We are back. It is UFC breakdown and predictions time. This time, UFC Fight Night Sacramento takes place tomorrow night. It is main evented by a middleweight fight. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez taking on Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues. Big main event there. Two contenders going at it. Very excited for that one. This card is actually not that bad. There's some good fights on this card for once. I'm excited for it, and I'm going to break down every single fight from that early prelim fight that you see right there, that women's MMA fight. We'll get into that. Of course, to that main event of RoboCop Rodrigues versus Fluffy Hernandez. I'm going to tell you who's going to win, why they're going to win, when they're going to win, how they're going to win, what they're going to win, which they're going to win, if they're going to win. You know what it is. We're here to do all that, man. I'm not going to get to watch this one live, but for good reason. I'm going to be making the drive down to Lexington, Kentucky. New Line Cage Fighting goes down, man, and I will be there with a microphone in my hand. So thank you, New Line Cage Fighting, for having me down there. I cannot wait to be down there tomorrow night. I'm going to try some Lexington food. I've been asking around on the socials, hey, man, where do I got to go? And I'm getting a lot of options, so I'm going to pick one. We're going to pick one, but first, we're going to have to pick who's winning these fights. Let's get into it. And actually, let me keep talking a little bit more, huh? I'm on the UFC website, as you can see, bro. I went to the Google page, right, like I usually do. I kid you not, 3 or 4 fights that are on this card, not even on there. Like, some of them on the main card, not even on there. They're not even trying on the Google page, bro. Just get rid of it. We're not even trying anymore. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. So we're here on the UFC website. First fight of the night, you see it right there. Chanel Dyer versus Elise Reed, bro. And now, usually, it'd be the same song and dance. I'd say the same thing, bro. Women's MMA fight. All the early prelims of a fight night. Who cares? But I care. Because it's Chanel Dyer. And I am a fan of Chanel Dyer. She has 1 win in the UFC. It is by finish. It's by finish. It was over Ravina Oliveira. Still a finish nonetheless. She's taking on Elise Reed, who's been here for a while and can never beat anyone good. I think this fight's a no-brainer. And not only, bro, I'm doing it. You know what's coming. Not only do I think it's a no-brainer, I think it's a finish. I think we're getting a finish. Give me Chanel Dyer to defeat Elise Reed by knockout or TKO. Brother, I'm going first round. We're getting crazy in Sacramento. That's what we're booking. Give me Chanel Dyer, first round knockout or TKO over Elise Reed. Moves her to 2-0 in the UFC with 2 finishes, bro. Give her a title shot. Let's do it. Okay, next fight. The battle of who's got the better hair. We got Wes Schultz versus Jackson McVeigh. Middleweight fight here. This one's funny to me. And I'll tell you why. Wes Schultz, party time, I believe they call him. He can grapple. That's about it. There's another guy on this card, the main card we'll talk about later. He has some of the worst striking in the UFC I've ever seen. I'm just going to put it out there right now. He's not a good striker. Jackson McVeigh, I don't think is very good as well. He's 1-2 in the UFC. He beat Cedric Dumas, I do believe. You better. Lost to Bruno Ferreira and Zachary Reese. The Reese one's rough, because I'm pretty sure I picked him to beat Zachary Reese. Wes Schultz. What is his record? I know he just won his last fight, because he jumped like 9 guillotines and finally got it. I can't remember who that was over. Some old head. He lost on the Contender Series to... Was it Atiba Gautier? Ooh, this is... You know what? I might have to keep my mouth shut because there's roughly 3 guys that I have it between that it could be. And I'm not going to break down why it's those 3 guys. But there's 3 guys in my head that I think could have been the guy that beat him on the Contender Series. But I know he did lose to Damian Pinas. Pinas. Pinas did beat Wes Schultz. I'm pretty sure he knocked him out, if I do remember correctly. Sorry, my knowledge isn't the best on Wes Schultz fights. Good lord. But anyway, when I look at this fight, I'm going with Jackson McVeigh. I'm going with McVeigh to beat Wes Schultz here. He's going to be bigger and stronger than Wes Schultz, I do believe. His other 2 fights, I believe, were on short notice as well. So we got a full camp Jackson McVeigh, the Moose. Jackson McVeigh taking on West Party Time Schultz. Like I said, Schultz is really just a grappler. That's all he's got. Doesn't have very good striking. McVeigh should be better pretty much everywhere. Give me Jackson McVeigh to win this fight by TKO in the second round. Second round, knockout TKO for Jackson McVeigh over Wes Schultz. Why not? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I care about this fight? -9. Let's move on. This one's interesting. Gage Young taking on Stan Dorsenville. Goofy ass name, but dude's actually pretty good. Gage Young, I'm a fan of. Who did he beat in that last fight that I really liked his performance in? I want to say it was Thiago. Was it Moises? That could be totally wrong, but it could be totally right. I don't know. I'll have to check after this. But I was very impressed. He was supposed to fight Cody Steele, which I was very excited for that fight. Cody Steele has to pull out. Stan Dorsenville comes in 5-0, undefeated. Had some stuff on the LFA from Haiti. But he's a very well-rounded mixed martial artist. And he's the underdog here for you bettors. This is going to be a fun fight. This is going to be a very good fight, I do believe. I'm very excited for this one. It's a very slept-on fight. And I really want to pick Gage Young because I like him. But I think I like this Dorsenville dude. Like I said, he's very well-rounded. He's had good performances on big stages like the LFA. Sure, it's not the UFC, but it's the LFA. That's as big as you can get without being the UFC. He's had good performances there. He's very well-rounded everywhere. Gage Young's pretty solid in his own right. I think I'm going to go with Dorsenville, bro. Why not? Give me a Dorsenville decision over Gage Young in this fight. I think it's going to be a very fun fight. A close fight, too. Unless Dorsenville's, like, way better than I am remembering or way worse than what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? It's his debut, short notice, so it's a lot, it's a lot of up-in-the-air stuff here. But I think I'm going to get him. I'm going to rock with him to get it done over Gage Young, man. Why not? Give me a Dorsenville decision win over Gage Young. Moving on. Marcio Barboza versus Ryan Coos. What the hell are we booking here? This one's pretty easy. Give me Marcio Barboza first round knockout over Ryan Coos. Barboza had a crazy knockout over a guy, Bazooka? Is that the dude? Was that hit? That was that fight, right? Knocked him out with like one punch. Ryan Coos, I don't remember anything this guy has done. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to remember him for getting knocked out by Marcio Barboza tomorrow night. So give me Barboza first round knockout, TKO. Like I said, I think this is a very lopsided matchup. Don't quite know why this got made. I thought Barboza would get a little more competitive this fight. But hey, I think he's going to get another highlight reel. First round knockout for Marcio Barboza. Easy work. We move on. We got Chris Padilla versus Nasrat Hasparast. Holy hell. What kind of name is that? You guys know who that is because his family put him in mixed martial arts because he owned a bakery. And then he got head kicked by Quillen Salkill. That's the guy. That's the victim right there. He got head kicked by Quillen Salkill. That's the last time we seen him. I thought we'd never see him again. I thought he might have passed away after that head kick. But he is alive, and he's taking on Chris Padilla tomorrow night. He's got a lot of interesting fights in his career. Decisions where he probably shouldn't have won, if we're being honest. Watch the tape. And Chris Padilla is a very fun fighter. He's coming off of a draw with somebody. I think he's fighting late. Is he? It was a draw with where'd he go? I believe it was Medeiros, wasn't it? I believe it was Medeiros. Like I said, my logic or my memory could be on point right now, or it could be completely bad. I don't know. But anyway, this fight, I like it. I think it's not as close as I don't know if people think it's close. I don't think it's close. That being said, I think Chris Padilla is going to win this fight. I think he's going to beat Nasrat. I think he's going to TKO him as well. I think it's going to happen in the second round. Give me Chris Padilla, second round knockout or TKO over Nasrat Hasparast, the dude whose family owns a bakery. I think that's what's going to happen in this fight. I don't think Hasparast he's okay, but he's nothing crazy. And I think Chris Padilla is a very good striker. Kind of slept on just because there's a lot of guys going on at lightweight. But I think he's a very good fighter. He's a good striker. I think he should have won that last fight. Got weirdly over. I think he won it, and then they overturned it to a draw. It was something weird like that. I can't remember exactly what card that was, but I do remember watching it. But thinking Chris Padilla won the fight. I think I picked him to win the fight. And I'm picking him again to win this fight. And he's actually going to win it this time. He's going to get a finish, too, so the judges can't screw him over. Give me Chris Padilla, second round knockout TKO over Nasrat Hasparast. We move on to the big boys. Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Shamil the Blob Gaziev. This fight, brother, I don't even know the word. Holy fat is what we got here. This one's interesting. Both guys don't really do much. They don't really win too often. They don't beat anybody good. Nzechukwu's coming off of a draw with what's the dude's name? They hyped him up just because he was a super good grappler. That's really all he had, and he sucked at everything else. And I cannot remember his name. Nizuchoku took him to a draw. He does have a win over Carlos Ulberg. People forget. He got heel hooked by Walter Walker. Obviously, he used to be light heavyweight. That's how he fought Carlos Ulberg. Yeah, he's done other shitty things. Shamil Gaziev. What is there to say about the Blob, bro? This fight I'm still kind of torn on. I don't think I have a winner as I'm speaking to you right now. Both guys very hittable. Very hittable. I think Nizuchoku might have more power than Gaziev. Gaziev might be more of a technical striker. When it comes to the grappling, I'm going to lean Shamil Gaziev. Man, I don't know who to pick here. The longer the fight goes on, Gaziev's going to get tired for sure. So I'm going to go with a Kennedy Nizuchoku decision win over Shamil Gaziev. Gaziev blobs himself out, gets tired, ends up losing a decision to Nizuchoku. How confident am I in this one? Not very, bro. I don't like this fight. I don't think it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be, you're going to like watch it like this. You know what I'm saying? But you're still going to watch it. And yeah, I'm going to go with Nizuchoku to get it done by decision here. I don't like this fight. I would, bettors, don't touch it. I'm going to say that. Next fight, Jamal Emmers versus Larian Douglas. I love Larian Douglas. This dude's a dog. Great boxer, great striking. He knocked out Rojas. What's his first name? Can't remember. Beat him up bad, knocked him out. Not super impressive, but still. He's taking on Jamal Emmers. Not a very good opponent either. But the thing is, Larian Douglas, he's proven that he can knock people out. He's proven his boxing's very good. He's good, crisp technique, precision, power, timing, whatever, all of it. Beautiful. But he hasn't been tested in the grappling. And I believe Jamal Emmers will be the guy to try to test him in the grappling. So I believe there could be some hiccups for Larian Douglas in this fight. There could be. Or it could be as simple as he knocks him out super quick. Either way, I'm still picking Larian Douglas to win this fight. And I do believe he will finish Jamal Emmers. Give me a first-round knockout TKO for Larian Douglas over Jamal Emmers. He might have to defend some takedowns. There's a chance he gets to round 2 because Emmers is able to survive with the wrestling or some sort. But he's not going to survive forever. Larian Douglas, I'm going to go with first-round knockout TKO. Excuse me, over Jamal Emmers. Emmers. We move on. That was the prelims. We get to the main card, bro. Look at this fight. Anthony Wint versus Terrence Chapman. Riddle me this, Batman. Who the hell is Terrence Chapman? I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know who that is. Anthony Wint, we know Anthony Wint. He just won main event of Contender Series over Ohio's own Bad Matt Adams. All right, so he's already on my bad side. But dude looks the part. Good lord. And the UFC knows it too. Dude just got his contract like 2 weeks ago. He's already here on the main card. They know what they're doing here. And they know what they're doing with this matchup. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrificial lamb in the name of Terrence Chapman. I don't know where this dude came from. He's fat. I can just tell by the boobs poking out over the United States right there on the picture. Anthony Wint. How do I want to describe this without sounding... You know what? I've already had one close racist slip up, so I'm not going to say anything again. Anthony Wint, very muscular man, powerful guy. First round knockout for Anthony Wint over Terrence Chapman. Let's be real. If you're picking Chapman, you must know him personally, or you're just praying that you're going to get rich. So, yeah, give me Anthony Wint first round knockout or TKO over Terrence Chapman. Easy work. Let's move on. Ooh. Women's fight on the main card. But this one, again, bro, the UFC actually might have cooked a little bit with the women's fights they put on this one. Carly Judice versus Jessla Chavez, brother. Carly Judice is fun. She's a very fun striker. She likes to scrap. You can tell, but look at that look on her face, man. She mad. She wanna fight somebody. That's what she's here to do. I think she's a very fun fighter. Like I said, she's a good striker, likes to scrap. And I think that's how she's gonna get it done. I think she's gonna win this fight. There is finish potential here, but there's no way I can pick both women's fights to be a finish. I'm sorry, I can't do it. So I'm going to pick Carly Judice by unanimous decision over Jessla Chavez. Like I said, she's a very good fighter, but her striking really sticks out to me. She's a very technical striker. Something you don't see a lot in the women's mixed martial arts world, let's be real. So I think she's got, that's her X factor in this fight. So, Carly Judice by decision in this one. We move on to the co-main event. We got Markel Medeiros versus Mason Jones. If you remember Mason Jones, he went to hell and back again versus Axel Sola in his last fight. One of the craziest fights I've ever seen. Won that fight. Markel Medeiros, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I think he's the guy that got that weird draw with Chris Padilla. I don't think Medeiros is going to be able to handle the pressure. He's not going to be able to handle the pressure, bro. Mason Jones likes to get in your face, just like throw bombs. You know, when Mason Jones fights, in the background, all I hear is just like swords, like shing, that's all I hear, like when Mason Jones fights, and that's what he's gonna do to Marco Medeiros. Medeiros gets a little slow sometimes. He's a slow starter. I don't think he's gonna be able to pick or stay with the pace of Mason Jones. Mason Jones is gonna just, run through him. I don't think it's gonna be not that easy, but you know what I'm saying. He's gonna put the pressure on. He's gonna hit big combos. He's gonna wear Medeiros down. I think he will end up getting a finish. Give me a second round knockout TKO for Mason Jones over Markel Medeiros. I think Mason Jones is a dog. He's a very fun fighter. He's a fun fighter. I'd love to fight him. He needs to get a ranked opponent after this. I thought he was gonna get a ranked opponent after the Axel Sola fight. Instead, they give him Markel Medeiros. Whatever. But I think it'll be good here for Mason Jones. He finally gets another fight. It's a fight that should be winnable, where he can showcase his skills against a guy that I believe only has one loss on his record. And then he can jump up into the rankings, bro. Give him Benel Dariush. All right, Uncle Ben. We move on to the Coco main event, which could be possibly one of the goofiest fights we'll ever witness. We got the light heavyweight debut of Rainer de Ritter taking on Roman Dolidze. This one's funny. Rainer de Ritter made his debut at obviously 185. Kind of had if I remember correctly, a bit of a war with Gerald Mearshart of all people. Ends up submitting him, defeats Bo Nickel, became my Lord and Savior by defeating Bo Nickel, finishing Bo Nickel. We love Bo Nickel. Not today, we don't. I hate Bo Nickel. He won that fight, but then he immediately loses all my respect because he beats Robert Whittaker. All my homies love Robert Whittaker. We don't rock with you, RDR, for beating Robert Whittaker. What else did he do? He quit on the stool against Brendan Allen, and then he lost, I believe it was a close fight, if I remember correctly, to Kyle Baraja on the, I believe it was the Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira 2 card for the BMF belt. Now he's going up to light heavyweight. He's a big dude, made a lot of cuts to 185, was probably killing his body a little bit doing that. Light heavyweight's going to be a good move for him, I think. He looked healthier at weigh-ins. He looks good. Roman Dolidze. This one's funny, too, because dude also was a middleweight. So both these guys move up from middleweight to light heavyweight and then just fight each other. This fight could have happened to middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, usually when guys move up, they fight a guy in the light heavyweight rankings that's a natural light heavyweight. Like, oh, this is a match we wouldn't have got to see before. We totally could have seen this before. So that's funny to me. The goofiness. We always talked about, man, we never got to see RDR versus Drickus. RDR versus DDP, man. That's what we wanted to see. That would have been goofy. This is up there, bro. This is up there because Roman Dolidze is a fraud. I don't know. Some people still think Roman Dolidze is good. He's not. He's not a knockout artist. Let's get that out of the way. Dude's not a striker. He's not a good striker. He's a good grappler, but he doesn't know how to get people down there. He can't wrestle. So he's kind of just a big, hairy guy that, like, weirdly stands there and flings his arms at you until he gets you to the ground. RDR, also a very goofy and, what's the word I want to use? Zesty-looking striker at times. That's the word I'm going to use. A good grappler, great knees to the body that he utilizes very well. I think he's better in every aspect of mixed martial arts than Roman Dolidze. 100%. I think he is better everywhere than Roman Dolidze. So I am taking RDR to win this fight. I could see a finish here. I could see a finish over Roman Dolidze, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go RDR, knockout or TKO over Roman Dolidze in the third round. He wears him down, maybe catches that knee to the body when Dolidze's tired, trying to pull guard like a loser. Gets caught with the knee, gets finished in the third round. We're going RDR to win. God! His light heavyweight debut by finish in the third round over Roman Dolidze. Hell yeah. We move up to the co-main event of the night in the heavyweight division. This fight's fun. We got the polar bear, Sergey Spivak, taking on Vitor Petrino. I don't know if the rankings in this are correct, because Spivak is ranked that highly. Petrino, I thought was ranked by now, but maybe that was the Meadow rankings. I don't know. Big jump here big jump here for Petrino. Regardless, he's coming off of his win over Steven Asplund. Went to war with Asplund. Spivak, what did he do last? I honestly can't remember. I know he had that close fight with Waldo Cortez Acosta. He lost to Jelton Almeida, lost to Tom Aspinall. He's a guy that beats solid guys, but when he fights the next level, he loses. That's kind of how I describe Sergey Spivak. So this is a big test for Petrino to prove if he's legit or not. I'm very torn on this fight. When you look at the two guys, Petrino's in better shape. He looks like a G.I. Joe figure. Spivak, good striker. Petrino, good striker. Spivak, underrated striker. So I don't think people will give him credit enough for his striking. Petrino, very hittable. Asplund hit him a lot, but Asplund's also very hittable, so I don't know how good that means. But Petrino's striking is. He did get dropped by Asplund, but he also dropped Asplund at one point. I could totally see Spivak crafty vetting this one up, man. Neil Magny style, like he did last week when I picked him to lose. Here's what I think's going to happen. I think Spivak is going to be winning the fight. And then he's going to get caught with a bomb from Petrino, get rocked, get hurt, and then Petrino finishes the fight after losing for most of the fight. So I'm going to go with Vitor Petrino. Second round knockout or TKO over Sergey Spivak, like late second round. Like I said, I think Spivak's going to do damage early. He's going to be like, ooh, he's outclassing Petrino. Petrino's just trying to land that power shot, can't land it. And then he's finally going to land it, and it's going to beat Spivak. And it was like, it's kind of a fluke, but he still wins, type of thing. So I could see that happening. Ante Delia, that's who Sergey Spivak beat. That was, he was supposed, Delia was supposed to, land the big power shot. It was his Petrino moment, you know what I'm saying? Proving that he was legit, and he couldn't pass the test. But I think Petrino can. So give me Vitor Petrino to defeat Sergey Spivak. Second round knockout or TKO. The grappling in this could be interesting, because I don't really know I don't think Petrino's that good of a grappler. I think Spivak's probably a better grappler, but he's not a grappler. Like, oh my God, he's good by any means. So we'll see what happens if it goes there, but I don't think it will. Give me Petrino, come from behind victory to win by second round knockout or TKO over Sergey Spivak. That takes us to our main event, bro. This is a fun one. We got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, number 6 ranked middleweight, versus evil Barack Obama, Gregory Robocop Rodrigues, number 11 ranked middleweight. Hernandez looking to bounce back. He lost to Sean Strickland, who is now the champion, so not a bad loss. Who else did he lose to? Did he lose to Brendan Allen? No, he didn't. Did they fight again? Somebody's going to have to check me on that. He choked out Roman Dolidze. He's done a lot of things, lost to Kevin Holland. RoboCop's coming off of his knockout. First round knockout over Bruno Ferreira in their rematch. This one is it's interesting because you got Anthony Hernandez who fights, he's in your face. He's trying to wrestle you, take you down, smother you, and you, beat you up on the ground. He's got that gas tank, takes you to deep water type of thing. RoboCop, he wins a lot. He had one loss where he randomly lost to Jared Cannonier. But other than that, he beats everybody. When you look at it, he's been on quite the streak if you don't think about the Jared Cannonier fight. He's been beating people. He's very big, very strong, very powerful. I think this fight, it reminds me a lot of, I'm going to forget the kid's name, but he fought Ethan Ewing. He was undefeated. And he was a wrestler. And he kept trying to take Ewing down, trying to take him down. And he couldn't take him down. And he gassed himself out. Ewing slowly putting the pressure on him, slowly beating him up and finishes him late. That's kind of how I see this fight going. I can see that. I don't see Anthony Hernandez being able to take down and smother RoboCop for 5 rounds, bro. And I don't see him finishing RoboCop on the ground. I just don't think it's possible, bro. I don't see it. I could see RoboCop chinning him kind of early, catching a good punch and beating him up there. But I could see him, trying to put RoboCop up against the cage. RoboCop's doing work to the body, kneeing to the body, because Hernandez, he's a little... They call him fluffy for a reason. Bro is weak to the body. We know this. So I have no confidence. I don't want to say no confidence, but I have a lot more confidence in RoboCop to win this fight. So I'm going with Gregory RoboCop Rodrigues to finish Anthony Hernandez in the 3rd round, knockout or TKO, to defeat Anthony Hernandez and move up in the rankings to win the main event. And Gregory Rodrigues has been known to like my posts and stories on Instagram Anthony Hernandez has never done that. So I'm going with RoboCop. Third round knockout or TKO over Anthony Hernandez. I really do think he's going to win, though. I like this matchup for him. I'm a RoboCop fan. I think he's a fun fighter. He's a fun fighter. I love to fight him. Great guy, fun fighter. But no, RoboCop is getting this one done. I think I'm going to go with the third round knockout TKO. He's going to slowly wear down Anthony Hernandez and start doing damage and then put him away in the third. Maybe the fourth, but we're going to go third. Why not? And there you have it, bro. Those are my breakdown and predictions for every single fight. I'm hoping every single fight, bro. Because I swear, if they add some random fight or one of these fights was missing and I forgot it, I'm going to be upset. Because this is literally the UFC's website, bro. Like, you better have all the fights on here. But those are my picks, man. Very fun card. Dana, your mom's fun card. I think that main event's fun. Petrino and Spivak, man, that's a tricky fight. That's fun there. This is going to be a goofy, goober clash of styles here with RDR and Roman Dolidze. That's fun. This has the potential to be a banger or a massacre for Mason Jones. We're going to see some fun women striking with Carly Judice. We get to see lay him up the slaughter with Chapman and Wint. We get to see Larry and Douglas, go out there and do his fun stuff. This fight's going to suck. We're going to see Chris Padilla, underrated striker, against Hasbro. Probably get a finish there, bro. We're going to see a massacre here. We're going to see a fun fight here. That's going to suck. And then probably a finish here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a solid card for a fight night. We've been missing that. We've been missing solid cards on main cards, bro. UFC 330 looked like garbage. You know what I'm saying? So, this could be fun. I'm going to have to rewatch it, unfortunately. But still, it's going to be fun. I'm very excited to watch this card. So, let me know who you guys got in these fights, especially that main event. I'm feeling... The closer it gets, the more confident I get in RoboCop to win this fight. So, let me know who you guys got. Do you got Fluffy Hernandez? Do you got RoboCop, Obama, Rodrigues in the main event? Let me know about the other fights as well. Which fight are you looking forward to? All that good stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as always. I got 2 interviews recorded that will be out soon with 2 Ohio fighters. They both got fights coming up. One next week and then one in September. So, I'll get those out accordingly. One's a regular interview, one's a little fun game-style interview. You know what it is. So, yeah, we got those coming up soon, of course. Recap and reaction for this. And then, while we're here, what is next for the UFC after this? This is when we go to China. We got Umar and Song Yadong, so that card will be next. So, I'll be expecting predictions for that. We got Alex Perez on there, Suma Darji, Kaya Sakura, Song Yadong, Umar, Junior Tafa, god damn it! I'm pissed now. I don't even want to talk about it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. If you're going to follow my socials, they'll be down there in the description. It's Showtime.tv04 like it is here on YouTube. That is also on TikTok and Instagram for short-form content. My personal Instagram will be linked down there as well if you want to follow that. Yeah, like I said, Junior Tafa ruined everything. As always, the show goes on, whatever.